Hey everybody, today in this video I'm going to go over the artwork I painted on my 1979 Harley Davidson FLH. I had it, I don't know, from 1980, 83 to about 2016. I sold it eventually. You know, to move on, keep doing other things. But yeah, this bike was really cool. I did a lot of cool paint jobs on it, like 5 or 6 of them over the years. I could do that. So anyway, I'm going to show the photographs I've done here, the artwork I've painted on it, why I painted it, and yeah, I'm just going to go over it. All I have is pictures of it now, so that's what I'm going to work from when I show this video, is the photographs that I put together for this video and bike that I've had for so many years. I drove to Sturgis like 8 times. It was very cool. Yeah. So anyway, that's the next video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Beat it now. Peace out.
So I was looking for a Harley. I wanted an FLH. I love FLHs. So I found one in the penny saver, and this is what it looked like when I first got it. And it cost me $3,500 in 1984. $3,500. Nice. I had it for, I don't know, till 2014 or 13 when I sold it. But I got it, I liked it for a while, so then I started to paint it. I painted it many different ways. This was the last paint job I did on it. I think out of all the paint jobs, I think this was like the 5th one, maybe 6th one. And I don't know why I just didn't buy new metal and just sell the old paint jobs, but I just sanded them off and painted over them, which is stupid. I could have just sold the metal with the art on it, on the other ones, and kept these. But I like setting it up fast, loud, and low with those dual fish types. Those suckers were so loud, they blow your eardrums out driving on the freeway behind me. And everybody liked to drive in front of me when we went anywhere. That was a lowered swing arm. I think it dropped it 2 inches in the rear and a stock front end. Yeah, that was great. I've taken this bike apart I don't know how many times. And the last time I took it apart, I ran out of patience and I ended up getting a divorce and I had no place to fix it. So I eventually just sold the basket. And I sold the basket for $5,500 and I bought it for $2,500. Nice. Can't get around that one. Anyway, this is different angles of that. And that's my 56 Chevy I had in the background there when I was when I had this bike. It was a cool car too, my surf wagon, and drove my kids around to the baseball games in that thing. Not on the bike, but in the 56. I like that chrome, almost everything I could chrome on this thing, and or polished aluminum. But I had chrome underneath cowlings you couldn't even see, just because I wanted it chrome and I knew it was there and it's chrome. But this was slick. A lot of work to clean it though, I'll tell you that. A lot of work. The heads on it, I think, yeah, they were chrome. Valve cover, I mean. I think so. I don't remember. It's been so long. So, but I really like riding this bike. It was nice. It kept me in the mood, you know. Just grooving. Everybody liked it. I did some really cool artwork on this. I did a lot of like tribal skull attitude artwork on this with some 3-dimensional, hand painted with paintbrushes, no airbrush, just all hand painted. Took a while to do. It was good. I painted those gritting teeth on the back so when people see me and I pass by them, they could see I was gritting on them as they were getting in my way, and those were the angry teeth staring back at them, just grinding through traffic. LA traffic at that. Anybody who's driven in LA knows how the traffic is, and I was one of those guys going through splitting lanes. I wasn't speeding through lanes, it's too dangerous, but I was splitting them, just trying to get to where I wanted to go. Look at the lines of that rear tailpipe there, just swooping down over the primary cover. Oh, I love that. Just sitting across that thing right there. I painted everything I could paint on this thing. Everything I wanted to, at least at the time. Yeah. I got my rear scope, me staring back at the people looking at my tail light with my initials on there. Can't really see them in this photograph. Obviously, these are videotapes of photographs that I took of the bike over the years in the past. I didn't have the bike anymore to take the videos, so just videos and photographs. And they came out pretty good. I touched up the photographs a bit, you know, cleaned up certain areas because the pictures were scraped. They were in a bin I found when I was moving my stuff. Look at that, have the spine of the skull just screaming forward. I tell you, I had my spine still. I had nothing else, but I had my spine. It was kind of wicked. Very cool. And then I got that tribal tattoo artwork floating above it. I like to create depth and dimension in the art, so it looked like it's just floating there. And when this paint job was new, boy, I tell you what, it looked even better. But I scraped it a bit because I didn't really worry about it too much, because I'm the artist. I can redo it anytime I want. So I took care of my stuff. But if it got beat up, so be it. I'm riding these things. I don't just park them and look at them. His gritting teeth, gritting hard for the road ahead. LA traffic, like I said, it's not fun. Not fun at all. And I did it for, I don't know, 35, 40 years before I moved down to Oceanside, back to my old stomping ground. And this one is like just the grit of just the constant annoyance, just spewing out stuff, and that's the spew that comes forward, going forward to the traffic. It's good stuff. Got a lot of pressure out of my brain on this sucker. Yeah. I'll let you look at this. It's very cool. Many hours painting this. Coming up with it was hard too, because you know, I paint so many things for so many people, and then I got to come up with stuff for myself. And it's like, it's weird. You get an artist block, brain fade on what you're going to do for yourself, because you just like, you want to do everything, but you can't do everything. This is the front fender, and that's what that looked like. But the glasses on, I don't know why I painted sunglasses on that guy. I think just to keep the bugs out of his eyes going forward. Who knows? Kind of a rocker thing. I did this in 90s. I want to say early 90s I painted this. I don't remember. I painted it, like I said, so many times. I've had it black and red with artwork inside the black. It was very cool. I did a pearlescent purple blue on it, and with flames. I've done this pattern here, the blue, I don't know what you call it. Blue planover art. That's the rear of the front fender, and there's a woman's mouth in there smiling with pierced lips in that chamber right there. As you move on it, you see it now? That's kind of cool. And she's like talking, and it's good. She does not say anything because her lips are pierced and she can't really move her mouth that much. It's a quieting mechanism, I guess. So cool. Yeah. I want to do another one now that I'm looking at this again. Paint another. My bike I have now, I have no art on it at all. I just didn't know what to paint on it, so I just didn't paint it. And every time I go to paint it, I'm like, nope, don't paint it yet until you really know what you really want, because it's going to be there for a while. Then I didn't have any time. I have no time to work on my own stuff, basically. I'm working for everybody else, doing art for them, and when it comes time to do stuff for me, I'm chilling. Back to the front fender again, the nose of the front fender. Such a cool design, you know? It's modeled after the old bikes. These are the last of the shovel heads, this style of bike, and then it went to the Evos, and the style changed a little bit. But this one I like. I think I want to get another one of these days, like in 79 or 80 Harley. Maybe even a belt drive, because I have a belt drive on my new bike now, and it's so nice. Oh yeah, I put an S&S carburetor on this thing. It ran a lot better with that. The lag wasn't there either, like a lot of people say. I had it tuned up right. Yeah, and then this bike was so much fun to ride. Everybody loved it. Everywhere I went, they would, how much? And it wasn't for sale at the time. I wish I would have sold it though. I should have said 20 grand. Someone would have bought it, you know, back in the day. It's a lot of money for this bike though. And check out that tractor seat. Look at that. Oh, I'm out of frame now. See that? The spikes on it. It was so cool. Had my tool bag down there on the front and the bottom. You needed a tool bag when you run these things because they're notorious for having little problems. But mine was running good because I took care of it, you know. I didn't let it get that far. If you didn't watch certain things, you could have issues with oil, gas, lifters, you know. You just gotta keep it tuned up right. Yeah, so much fun to work on too. Easy, super easy. The new ones, not so easy with the fuel injection. I'm not a fuel injection guy, but I like it. Don't get me wrong, very cool. But to work on them, nah, I'm not set up for that anymore. Oh, those spotlights. That lower, I had knuckle bars on there a little bit, and I have the. Hopefully, I'll show the seat again here, the back seat there, or the tractor, the back of the tractor seat. It has the spikes on it all the way there on the back, and then whenever I gave a chick a ride on the bike, I slammed the brakes on, she'd slide forward and impale herself on those spikes, and they usually liked it. I thought it was funny. Didn't hurt them, just poked them a bit. Because I had no seat on the back. I had the foot peg, but I didn't have the seat. If you wanted to ride with me, that's all you got. I mean, I didn't take any girls on a long rides with this thing. Too hard on their tailbone. It's good stuff right there. Look at that thing. Oh man, fast, loud, and low. There's the spikes. Good style. Here's my rear fender artwork. That was good. It's weird painting this surface, all the curves and stuff. It's not easy, but for me it's not difficult. I'm grown accustomed to it, but it's not easy because you're dancing around whatever shape it is you're doing. Luckily with the gas tank, that's a 2-piece gas tank. Well, the new ones are all 1 piece. So you got that big old thing. You're just bouncing around, and you're laying the artwork on the other side, and there's more artwork. And you don't want to scratch it while you're doing it. You got to do it a certain way. With the fenders, they're huge, and you just got to like set up a jig for them, and that or do it in your lap, you know, with towels so they don't scrape up when you're doing the artwork. There's those gritting teeth, just gritting on anybody behind me. I see ya, saying I see ya. Yeah, and there's my logo there, RMK, Robert Michael Caliphate. Learn it, love it, live it, know it. Sweet. I painted the Speedo for this, but then the Speedo broke, so I just changed it. But the Speedos were pretty cool. They matched the rest of the paint job. There's those gritting teeth. Here I am. Everything on this bike is not stock, pretty much. The engine, nothing except for the frame. Everything's been reworked. That's not a swing arm fender like the one it came with. I like that, and I hated them because of that hinge that was there. But if you're doing a stock bike, it's cool because it's stock. But to have them painted and not chip, oh my goodness, come on, impossible. And then they clean them, all the wax would get in the grooves and stuff. But anyway, so that's my bike. That's what I had my last custom, and then I sold it, and now I just do others. So anyway, thanks for watching.
All right. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that little history on my motorcycle art I've done in the past and still do. So just wanted to keep you guys up to date what's going on with me. And subscribe. Let's go. Let's do it. Sturgis is coming up. See you in Sturgis. Look for me. Say hi. Bye. Bye.